Welcome to Revolutionary Talk. We're on episode 4 in our workplace wellness series. And you know what would help you with your workplace wellness? Utilizing the well. So check the description below, learn more about it there, and take advantage of all the great resources we have. Episode 4, keeping motivation.
How do you do that?
Oh,
That's tough.
For me?
I burn out quick. I'm all or nothing.
Yeah.
What gets you motivated then?
I'm trying to find that right now, actually. I've been going down that rabbit hole of like, all right, these are paying the bills, but is it feeding my soul? No. What will? But like I just said though, I go like all in on something, and I'm like, whoop, time to burn out. And I do this oscillating, and I need to get this basal motivation of like, all right, time to stop, move on.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, we're projectors, man. That's what we do.
It's always a moving target for me.
Yep.
So I might be motivated by something completely different next week.
Mm-hmm.
But, as long as it's something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, there's like some maybe contradicting things on it. Like a lot of times people say when you don't have motivation, that's where dedication comes in. And so I've gone through stretches of that too, where I might not be motivated, but I'm always dedicated to keep things going.
Yeah.
But it's nice when you have some motivation so you can be extra fired up about whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I love when I have motivation because it's easy to get stuff done. You're just cranking through the work, but then it's like, where does that go sometimes,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, when I've gone through a lot of leadership trainings, coaches, they've always said, what is your why?
Yes.
Why do you say that? Yeah, I was about to say, like, what is that intention behind what you're doing? That's what I was just thinking. I was
It's
like,
got to
I'm
be
not very-
strong
yeah.
enough or else, what is that point where you're going to get that you don't know what else to do? Like, are you going to quit or are you going to keep going? And
Mhm.
is your why strong enough to keep going?
I was going to say, do you do this? Do you move? You said you're a moving target or it's a moving target. Do you change your intention based on like, I don't know, say like you want to get 1 million views on somebody's YouTube channel.
Yep.
If that's your target, then, I mean, you got your motivation, but do you change that a lot?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's personal and then there's specific ones for projects I'm working on too. So, I can talk about revolutionary wellness right now. I have these goals of hitting real numbers, right? And I'm starting to crack the code. So I'm pretty pumped about these reels lately. Or personal, like last year I had this, pretty detailed vision board. And so I'd see that every day and there were different ones I could hit throughout the year. So those targets are always moving that helped keep me motivated throughout the year as there were different goals to hit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because I almost see it as like your motivation is your anchor or the line that you're going on to your target. And I have this tendency too. I think it might be where my motivation gets decreases. It's like, boop, boop, boop. I'm changing my anchor so much that I think I'm getting exhausted because I'm getting halfway to it. And then I'm like, boop, time to change.
Yeah, I would imagine that's exhausting.
It's kind of like we talked about in the previous episode of like doing like 7 tasks and not getting them all done, but being like 99% done. But man, when you get them all done, it feels good.
Yeah.
It's time to reset that motivation button.
Yeah. Yeah. So for your goals or whatever you do to keep motivated, are they related at least, or are they like all over the place? And I think if they're at least related, you're on that line a little bit, which helps.
One of my goals I did this year was I set a number of how many dollars I want to make before taxes. That is like my only anchor right now because I feel like everything's up in the air for me. It's like, all right, we're on this creative journey. We're getting the eclectic skills. Now it's like, where do we kill shot it?
Yeah.
I think I'm still searching for that. So that could be my lack of motivation. So I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I know where I'm going, but I haven't found that fine point. So I don't want to waste the energy scattering it until I find that groove. I think I'm on the searching of the groove. I think motivation is almost like that groove, though. When you find it, stay in it.
Yeah. I know over the years, mine has pivoted as well. I wouldn't say jumping around necessarily, but depending on where I was at that point with my business, it opened up new opportunities, more doors. And so at this point, it's really neat to see the motivation being, okay, how can I create multiple streams of income to create more support for the community? in a way that the community doesn't necessarily have to put money into, like say an event, like a sound bath.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we use this as a tool, as a way of funneling money to help those who may be in need, that, just giving back to the community in general, helping children in like maybe not so fortunate areas being able to have access to after school education or after school projects, whatever that is. I believe that money into hands of good people, those good people can do good things. I'm saying that so wrong.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Money into the hands of good people lead to good. I forget the exact saying, but
money in the hands of good people can do good things.
Yeah.
I like that.
For sure. So speaking to the people watching here, you mentioned discovering your why, which I think is really good. How do you go about finding out what that is?
I think that is a lot of sitting in like reflection and meditation and just really looking inward and thinking, okay, what is going to push me? Not necessarily wake up by the alarm, but what is going to wake me up every day?
Yeah.
What is going to get me out of bed and I'm going to do this because of this?
Some of the branding projects I do, if somebody has a difficulty finding their why, I'm like, just ask yourself why until you can't answer it anymore. It's like a little kid, like, I don't know, why do you like marketing? Because this. But why? But why? But why? And when you get it all the way fine-tuned, you do get a pretty solid answer.
Yeah.
And until you get it to one sentence or one very, very like straightforward statement, elevator pitch.
Yeah, and then we have to remember that there's seasons with all of it too. So getting into that low season, what is going to pull you out of that low season when you're going to be like, I'm ready to throw in the towel and just quit. But no, what is going to keep you in it?
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. Why? But why?
Love it. All right. Find your why, everybody. That's, I think, a really great tip. Kind of tricky sometimes, but keep asking yourself the right questions and you can figure it out. So next week, we're going to talk about screen time and how that impacts workplace wellness. So I think we all have challenges with that a little bit. So be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for that. See you soon.